What if you could have the exact systems you need to hit the next level within the next 7 days? I speak to a lot of credit and funding coaches that currently run their business through Excel sheets, Google Docs, notebooks, or even paper calendars. And at a certain point, after grinding it out for so long, they realize that there's probably an easier way. And so I want to show you exactly how we streamline your acquisition process so you can get more leads and more clients in less amount of effort. But also, how can we streamline the back-end process so that you create something that's repeatable and scalable, so now you can bring on more clients and still get them amazing results. So I'm gonna walk you through our 7-day install. This is exactly what we put my clients through and what allowed us in my business to cash collect $46,000 in 1 week, because we have a streamlined acquisition process, because I have confidence in my back-end systems to know that we can handle all these new clients. So basically what we try to do with my clients is create a foundation that's very strong, that allows us to know exactly what to do to continue to hit the next level. So we're gonna provide them with the right landing pages, with funnels, with all the automations to put it together. We also provide them with back-end systems such as company dashboards, client portals, and everything else such as SOPs to actually run the back-end business. Because right now, you probably are feeling stuck and in this busy work phase because it's just not that streamlined, because you don't have a repeatable process to get clients, to get them results. And so now you're having to scramble to find these Excel sheet links or scramble to find your correct notebook to get your clients through it. And so now you feel disorganized, your clients are getting upset, and you are limiting yourself, right? And so instead, I want to show you how we streamline, in some ways, the acquisition, right? So I create a funnel that not only gets us fast clients, but also long-term compounding effect. So we create a funnel that allows us to generate leads with ads, get them to opt in, so we add them to a marketing pipeline. Within the pipeline right here, we're going to hit them with retargeting ads. We're gonna send them multiple emails a week. We're gonna push more content to them as well, so we can basically raise the know, like, and trust as fast as possible. And then all of this with a PS, by the way, you can work with us. The beautiful benefit here is that with this kind of marketing system, not only can you generate leads fast and get them a chance to book a call right away. A lot of our leads do that and they end up working with us because we can track that. But also we have a compounding effect, because if you hit a certain revenue number 6 months ago, that should always be a baseline. You shouldn't have a situation in which 6 months ago you had a great month and now you're much lower now. Why? Because 6 months has passed. And you should have been stacking leads for 6 months now. So now you have more and more and more people to sell to. So that's why we run a funnel like this. But because most people don't have automated systems and processes in place, they don't have the bandwidth to reach out to all these hundreds of prospects or stay organized with all these thousands of leads, because it's not automated, because there's no pipelines in place. And so with us, once we add someone to our middle funnel re-engagement system, everything's automated. We send them multiple emails a week. I have my marketing manager actually write a lot of our newsletters. We have retargeting ads so that every single time someone goes on the Instagram platform, they see us. On YouTube, we're posting so they see us as well, right? All this is streamlined and working in the background. So all we have to do is simply show up to book sales calls. Okay, so the problem with, again, a lot of people is that they would like to have a system like this. You probably realize that this would definitely make you a lot more money of stacking leads instead of just having a buy or die marketing strategy, but you might not have the time to actually put it in place, right? Or you don't even know perhaps how to do that. The other thing that we try to do is to throw this horizontally, right? For our clients' management system. Because right now, if we don't have a smooth process in place for your clients as well, that's probably why you feel disorganized. You might have some clients falling through the cracks, so they're getting upset. They're hitting you up all times of night asking for updates, right? You're also maybe rushing some people through because now they've been delayed, and so you're trying to force funding and you get bad results, right? So if this feels familiar, what we do to solve that is to create a smooth client pipeline experience. How can we make this as much of a straight line as possible with an onboarding that's automated, right? With a smooth optimization process, because we have checklists, because we have to-do tasks so that the client knows what to do. We know how to keep our team organized and on top of tasks. Once we go through funding, is there anything we can do to make that a repeatable process with consistent funding strategies, with a consistent sequence of banks, right? If you have this put together, now you create what I call an assembly line, right? Something that's able to get you mass results at scale because it's very repeatable, because it's also systemized. Okay, and not only that, now that we do have a system in place, we can actually plug team members into it. Imagine trying to plug team members into a disorganized notebook strategy, right? Which, if they're not sitting right next to you at home, they probably can't use your notebooks right now, right? And if you're running it through Excel or Google Docs, well, they have to get up to speed. Like, it's very hard to translate what's in your brain down to a system that your team can use unless we have something put together like this. Okay, so that's why we actually even use this overall. But what does this actually kind of look like? Okay, so like I said, for our clients, we're going to install the entire client pipeline system. We're going to install my entire marketing machine. We do this within 7 days. So how does it actually work? Well, as soon as someone signs up for our program, we're going to send them 2 links. Okay, it takes about 30 minutes of your time, and during those 30 minutes, we're going to ask for who you are, who do you typically work with, and what's your company, brand, and colors. That's it, okay? That's going to be the marketing machine right here. And then the other question that we'll ask you is simply to give us access to all your different softwares, because we're actually going to directly log in to your Go High Level, into your Zapier, into your Notion, all these different softwares, because we will be the ones putting it all to work. Because at the end of the day, you probably realize you need these systems, but you don't have the time or maybe the skill sets just yet to actually put it together. So we do this for the busy entrepreneur that wants this system, but they don't want to actually put it together themselves. Okay, so we just need 30 minutes of your time to actually go through these 2 different forms right here, and then we start the entire build out. Based on your forms right here, we have multiple different AIs that we use. We use Claude, we use ChatGPT, we use all these different softwares based on my experience of copywriting, connected to all the biggest copywriters as well, such as Alex Ramosi, Jeremy Miner, right, Grant Cardone, all these different individuals. We collect all this information to make your copy as effective as possible, because not only do we install the machine, we actually fully customize it for you as well. So we're going to rewrite all the copy inside of the emails, inside of the SMS, inside of your newsletter, on all of your funnels. We will actually fully customize everything for your actual business, just like some of my client examples right here. Okay, fully adapted. We use these AI models right here to rewrite it. We can even translate it to other languages as well if you work with Spanish-speaking clients, for example. So we adapt it entirely for your business. We have an entirely systemized process of following all the instructions, such as, like I said, your Notion backend install, Go High Level, all of your funnels, all of your automations, and everything is ready to go within 7 days. So now you have all the correct funnels in place, all the automations to run that middle of funnel trust system, so you book more calls passively, right? We also have all the back end as well, so now you can onboard a lot more clients. One of my clients, Gigi, for example, she started to work with us, and she wanted these systems because she was literally limiting herself. She said that I couldn't bring on more than 1 or 2 clients at a time because I did not have the bandwidth to possibly bring them on. Then once we installed the system within 7 days, in her first month, she removed that limitation on herself and started onboarding 4 or 5 funding clients a week, right? Some of our other clients here, such as Alec, who just signed up recently, he hit his first 50K month ever because now he also had the systems in place and he had more confidence to ramp up his marketing. So here are some of our clients here using these back-end systems, onboarding their clients and getting them amazing results. Okay, so overall here, what I want to help you put together is simply going to be a streamlined way to generate leads. Once you have some leads in place, we want to put them in somewhat of like a tornado effect so that they just keep seeing us over and over and over again. Everything's going to have a link to come book a call with you, which allows you to increase the profitability of your ads short term, but also always have confidence knowing that you are going to have a predictable way to hit the next level because we're stacking leads, We're building trust, and you should never have down months. Basically, you should never have, again, a situation in which 6 months ago you did a great job, and now 6 months later you're done, right? Or you're hitting really low months. It should never be possible because we're stacking leads over time. Okay, but in this case, because we have a repeatable process as well, now we can also track the data. It's something that we do with my clients as well, because we can break down the funnel with top of funnel, TOF. Top of funnel is going to be how much does it cost us to get leads in the system. Simple as enough, right? Middle of funnel. So that's just going to be simply allowing us to understand how many leads are converting to booked calls. Okay, so middle of funnel, how many are booking calls, and then bottom of funnel, this is when we calculate exactly how many people show up, how many are qualified, and how many close the deal. Okay, so now that we have a streamlined funnel put together as well, now we can track the data. I can help you create a systemized, streamlined process to understand which part of your system is actually broken, because you might be focused on aspects of your business that might actually not be that bad. Maybe you are generating enough leads, but they're not booking enough calls. Maybe you are booking calls, but they're not actually that qualified, right? Without having the numbers in place, you're just basically guesstimating. At the end of the day, when we're business owners, we have to be somewhat more scientific and numerical when it comes to decision making, because if we just follow the numbers, the market will tell us what to do, okay? So that's why we're gonna create these different systems in place so that now we can look at your acquisition, we can look at how many people are actually booking calls, right? And overall, now we can see exactly how everything is performing, basically. Okay, and then when it comes to your clients as well, we can also create a streamlined process to understand which part of your client journey is maybe broken. Is it going to be the first part, optimization, and which part of optimization? Is it fixing credit, removing inquiries? Is it starting up the LLC, right? When it comes to your funding process, how streamlined is it? Are we fast to getting the checking accounts open? Do we have good relationship managers? Do we have good data points? Are we getting good funding wins? Right? I want to turn your business into an actual enterprise, something that can hit 50K months, 100K months. A lot of people that know they have a need to get a system, at some point you have to get a system. You already know that, right? We have to do it at some point, right? And a lot of people think that once I scale, I'll put this together, but in fact, it is a system that allows you to scale, right? We work with a lot of clients that are already doing 50K, 60K, 70K months. I just brought on a client, Colin, recently, who was at a certain point 6 months ago doing $300,000 a month, right? But he was running his business through Excel sheets, Google Docs. His results started to go down, and his business was basically starting to build up what I call operational debt, which basically means that at first it might be fine to be disorganized, but then you basically get more and more disorganized because previous clients are not being taken care of, and now you're neglecting them. New clients are getting bad results. So basically it just starts to compound on itself. So he actually had to shut down his 300K operation, bring it back to 50K months. He knew that he had to build a better foundation, and now we're helping him scale back up to there. But this time around, now he's gonna have the right systems in place. We're gonna help him put his team together so that now he can actually step out of the fulfillment process even by hitting those big months. Okay? So that's the overall goal right here. We know that we need systems. We might as well get the systems now so that we have more confidence and more of a predictable way to hit that next level. All right? So basically all this here so that we can help you get a lot more clients. Some of our clients right here that are just getting started, getting their first funding client. Some of them are hitting these 25K weeks, okay? And ultimately helping you get massive funding wins, okay? Some of our clients are getting 50K at US Bank. We're getting 90K at Chase, 50K at Amex. What else we got here? 50K Amex. We got 74K at Chase, right? 25K at Elon Financial. So all these systems plugged in with all the data points just to make sure that you get the best results possible. So if this is speaking to you, if you know you need these systems in place and you wanted us to install this in the next 7 days, by next week you could have all this put together. You can click on the link down below to learn more about Credit Coach Academy. We'll walk you through what exactly the system looks like and how it can help you hit that next level. So if you are interested, click on the link down below. But otherwise, I hope this video gives you some clarity as to why systems are so important. It's not what is needed once you scale, it's actually what gets you to scale. So thanks so much for watching this video. If it was helpful for you, please comment down below. I'd love to hear about it. And otherwise, thanks so much for spending some time with me here today, and I'll see you in the next video.